This fall, my father harvested apples from his apple tree in the backyard for the first time, and originally he thought he was going to make some jam and stuff, and so I asked if I could have a few apples to try to make cider because a friend of mine had a press, and he thought that was a really neat idea, so he gave me all of the apples and we made cider. We had about 3 bushels of these tart apples from Dad's backyard and threw them in my friend's press and tried cranking it out and didn't get anything. So we ground up the apples and then threw them into the press, and the results were remarkably different. Check this out. Dad cranking the press and golden apple juice flowing out like nobody's business. I was so surprised at how fast this apple juice was flowing out. It was great. We ended up getting about 14 liters of this stuff, and when it was all pressed down, this cake of apple mash we had left over for the composter. Next night, I decided it would be a good idea to pasteurize the cider before I fermented it, so that's what I did. I took her outside onto the patio and flamed her up. So that should kill all the little bugs in there. And then the next day I used some Lavallin 1116 yeast, good for fruit wines, I read, and set it to percolating. And then about a couple weeks later we were ready to bottle. So me and Dad racked the cider out of the primary carboy just to get it off a lot of the sediment and stuff on the bottom and get it ready for bottling and make the cider a lot clearer. And took our gravity reading, worked out that we have about 4% alcohol in our cider, filled up a bunch of bottles, capped them up, actually made some of it sparkling, and there we go, our very own hard apple cider from Dad's apples. Really cool.